Okay. So in the last class we have solved exercise 4.3. Today we'll start exercise 4.4. So question number 1, it says that find the nature of the root of the following quadratic equation. So you have to find the nature. Nature means whenever in the question it comes that find the nature of the root, it means that you have to say that how many zeros it will have. It will have two equal zeros or two different zeros or no zeros. You have to find that. So for that you have to find the discriminant first. So in this case you have to find the d, and then you have to say that whatever you will get, if it is greater than 0, d is greater than 0, you will be having two distinct real root, that means different root. When you will be having d equals to 0, then you will be having two equal real roots, and whenever you will be having d less than 0, no real roots. So these are the nature. Okay, so in the question they told you find the nature of the roots of the following quadratic equation. If the real root exists, if it exists, when it will exist, when d greater than 0 or equal to 0. So whenever we will be having this, find them, we have to find also. So write first question number 1, or shall I do number 2? Okay, I'll do number 2. Number 2 3x square minus 4 root 3x plus 4 equals to 0. So no need to worry, okay? Don't be afraid. When you'll get a question related to root, don't worry about that. Let's try to find it. How we'll find it? So this question, we have to find it by d. So here already we know that this 3 is called coefficient of x square, that means a. This is called coefficient of x minus 4 root 3, and this is called the constant term. So we'll say that d is equal to b square minus 4ac. This is the discriminant. So I'm writing it here, okay? You can write at the bottom. I'm saving little page. You can continue from here. I'm writing here to save my page. So b, what is b here? Minus 4 root 3 whole square minus 4 into a. What is a? 3. And what is c? 4. Yes. Now we'll square this one. Minus square will become plus. 4 square will become 16, and root 3 square will become 3. That means 16 into 3 will be 48 minus 4 3s are 12, 12 4s are 48. So you got equals to 0. Okay, you got d is equal to 0. Now we know that if d is equal to 0, then it will have two equal real root. So we'll say that since d equals to 0, therefore it will have two equal real roots. Okay. Now in the question it was said that if it have roots, then you have to find. That means if it exists, then you have to find. So here we'll find it. So ready? So we'll say that here x is there, so we'll write x. If the question carries y, we will be writing y. If the question carries z, we will write z. Okay. So here question is x, so we'll write x. Sorry, little mistake. This will be it will have two equal real roots. Okay. So x is equal to minus b plus minus root d by 2a. Now next step you will write here at the bottom. I'll write here. So minus, what is b? Minus 4 root 3 plus minus root over 0, d is 0, by 2a, a is 3. Now this can be written as minus minus will become plus. So it will become 4 root 3, and this plus minus becomes root over 0 means 0. So no need to write that. We will be having 2 into 3. So this 2 and this 4 can be cancelled. You can multiply and you can write also. 2 into 3 is 6. You can write 6 also. That way also you can write. So you will be having two answers, 2 root 3 by 3. That means you will be having two zeros. Both will be this 2 root 3 by 3. Okay? Okay. Now let's move to another question. Let's move to another question. Question number 1, rest of the question you will try it by your own. It is simple, okay? We'll move to question number 2. Question number 2, second part I will do. First one you will try now. When I'll finish question number 2, second part, then you can try question number 2, first part, okay? So the question is find the value of k. This question is important, mark it. Question number 2 is important. Find the value of k for each of the following quadratic equation so that they have two equal roots. Already it is mentioned that they have two equal real roots. So we will write question number 2, second one. So write this question. Kx into x minus 2 plus 6 equals to 0. So here we have to remove this bracket. We will multiply this one. So we will be having kx square minus 2 kx plus 6 equals to 0. Any problem? Now in the question it was said that it have two equal real roots. So we will say that since it has or it have, no problem. In maths we don't see grammar mistake. So it have or it has, whatever, it have you can say that it have two equal real roots. Therefore if it have two equal real roots, so can I say that d equals to 0? You have to understand all these things, okay? It has given that it has two equal real roots. So therefore d equals to 0. Now you know that d equals to b square minus 4ac equals to 0. Now what is b? You can see this is the b. So b is minus 2k whole square minus 4. What is a? K. What is c? 6 equals to 0. Any problem? Now this can be written as 4k square minus 24k equals to 0. Now here what we will do, we will take, it's a quadratic equation, that means you will be having two zeros. You will be having two zeros. So can I, this is not in the standard form, so we can't solve it by middle term factorization. So what we will do, this is not a standard form. So what I can do, I can take common here. So if I take common, I will be having 4k as common. So in the bracket we will be having k minus 6 equals to 0. Any doubt? Now you already know that LHS is always equal to RHS. Here you are having two numbers. This is one number, this is other number. So either this equals to 0 or this equals to 0. So I am writing over here. So 4k equals to 0 or k minus 6 equals to 0. So if we take this as 0, then k equals to 0 by 4, that means 0, and this will become k is equal to 6. Any problem? No problem. Okay, fine. So we got two values, this 0 and this. Okay. Now we have to see that which one will satisfy. Maybe both can satisfy. So let's see. The value of k is 0. So if we consider this k, we know that LHS is always equal to RHS. So if I take k as 0, 0 into this will become 0, correct? So 0 plus 6 you will be having 6, but RHS is only 0, so this is wrong. But if I take this as 6, okay, if I take this as 6, k as 6, then here if I substitute k as 6, then we may have some other answer. That means after solving the value of x, that means if we find the value of x, then we may get LHS equals to RHS. Understood? That means after substituting the value of k here, okay, after substituting the value of k here, we'll be getting some equation. So first of all, you will say that, ignoring k is equal to 0, ignoring k is equal to 0 because it do not or does not satisfy with the question. It do not or does not satisfy with the question. Therefore k is equal to 6. Okay. Now in exam our answer is over here. According to this question our answer is over. Our answer will be 6. K is equal to 6. But in exam what they will say, find the value of k for each of the following quadratic equation so that they have two equal roots. After that they will say that find the zeros. Find the zeros of the equation, or they can say that find the roots of the equation. Root means you need to find the zeros. So how to find these zeros? Just see. What we will do, now just check it, no need to write. If the question says that way, then you have to write, otherwise it will be incomplete, okay? After this, if they say that find the zeros also, then in that case what you have to do, you have to substitute the value of k as 6. So we can write this one as, ready everyone? So I am writing k as 6. I am writing k as 6. So I will be writing 6x square minus minus. Then k means 6. So 2 6 are 12, 12x. And then plus 6. So plus 6 equals to 0. Now 6 is common here. So I will divide it by 6. X square minus 2x plus 1 equals to 0. Okay. Now can I say that this is a square minus 2ab plus b square? So I can say that this is a minus, you can find middle term by your own, I am writing it directly. I can see that this is a minus b whole square formula. So I am writing a minus b whole square equals to 0. That means this can be written twice, x minus 1 into x minus 1 equals to 0. So x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 1. In both the cases we are having 1, and it was said that it have two equal real roots. So yes, they are having two equal real roots. Is it clear? So this way you have to solve. Now let's move to another question. Let's move to another question. And here it is said that question number 3. Is it possible? Is it possible, whenever this question comes, is it possible, that means they are asking you that can you find answer or not. And whenever this question comes, you should find D. If D is greater than 0 or D is equal to 0, then only it is possible. If it is less than 0, then it is not possible. Okay. So in the question it is said that is it possible to design a rectangular mango groove whose length is twice its breadth. Length is twice its breadth. So let us suppose that question number 3, let the breadth be, let the breadth let the breadth be x meter and length be, it is what it is said, length is twice its breadth. That means length will be 2x meter. Any problem? So in the question it is said that is it possible to design a rectangular mango groove whose length is twice its breadth and the area is 800 meters square. So can I say that next line area equals to 800 meters square. Okay, area equals to 800 meters square. Okay, now this is a rectangle. This is a rectangle. So area of a rectangle is length into breadth equals to 800. Okay. Now length is what? 2x and breadth is x. So equals to 800. Now this can be written as 2x square equals to 800. Now this can be written as x square equals to 400. Okay. Okay. Now majority of the student, now just check it, don't do this, okay, just check it. Majority of the student they say after this, don't write after this, okay, this is the last answer. After this don't write. So majority of the student they write x is equal to plus minus 20. Okay, that means this square will transfer here, it will become square root and the square root of 400 is 20. And whenever you write square root you have plus minus. So here we will ignore minus because side cannot be negative. Therefore breadth equals to 20 and length equals to 40. Any problem? Any problem? We need to find the length and breadth, right? In the question they say that find its length and breadth. So this is the breadth 20 meter and length is 40 meter. Okay, so sometimes student they write this way, but remember that this is correct. But if the question carry 4 marks, you will be getting only 3 marks. Now the reason why we will get 3 marks, our answer is correct only, then why we are getting 3 marks instead of 4? So the reason is in the question it was said that is it possible to design a rectangular mango groove? Have you written that? Is it possible? We have not written that. Understood? That's why it is wrong. So what we have to do after this, we have to find after this line. After this we will write this one, x square minus 400 equals to 0. Is it clear? Now we'll find d. D is equal to b square minus 4ac. Now b is what? B means what? B means coefficient of x. So coefficient of x is not here. It is not present here. So we'll say 0. So 0 square minus 4 into a. A is 1 and what is c? Minus 400. Minus 400. So this will become 0, but we will not write this 0. Minus minus is plus. This will become 1600. Okay. So we'll say that since d greater than 0, therefore it is possible. It is possible. Understood? So after writing this one, then you can find the value of x. That means length and breadth. So we'll say so we have already calculated d, so we'll write x is equal to minus b plus minus root d by 2a. Now this can be written as minus what is b? 0 plus minus root and d means 1600 by 2 what is a? 1. So this can be written as minus 0, we can eliminate, so we'll be having plus minus. So plus minus 400 400. 40 plus minus 40 divided by 2. Now minus, this cannot be in minus, right? So after solving this one, we will be having plus minus 20. Yes or no? So the value of x is plus minus 20. So we will say that ignoring. Have you written this? Okay, so after this you will write ignoring x is equal to minus 20, ignoring x is equal to minus 20 because breadth cannot be negative, because breadth cannot be negative, because breadth cannot be negative, because breadth cannot be negative. Therefore breadth equals to, therefore breadth equals to 20 meter, breadth equals to 20 meter, and length equals to 2 into 20 equals to 40 meter. That's all. So let's move to question number 4. Question number 4. Is the following situation possible? Again they are asking you that is it possible or not. So remember that while finding the quadratic equation, the best method, I have already told you that the best method to find any quadratic equation is the quadratic formula. Sometime while solving middle term factorization, we may not get the middle term. It will be difficult for us to find the middle term. So the best way is to find the quadratic formula by quadratic formula. Okay, in that case you will easily understand that how many zeros it will have. That means they will be, definitely they will have 2 zeros, but they will have equal zeros, or they will be having different zeros or no zeros. That can be easily understand by solving the question. So in this question number 4, it is said that is the following situation possible? Is it possible or not? That means they are asking you. If so, that means if the answer may come, if it can be solved. If so, determine their present age. You have to find their present age. Now the question is, the sum of the ages of two friends is 20 years. There are two friends, their age, if we add, we will be having 20. So let us suppose that, you can write, I will dictate you. Let the present age of first friend, let the present age of first friend, let the present age of first friend, let the present age of first friend be x years, be x years, and the present age of second friend or other friend, and the present age of second friend or other friend, your choice, be, it will be what? Their sum is 20. So one of the friends age is x. So another one will be 20 minus x. So write in bracket 20 minus x. Don't write x minus 20. If you'll write that way, that will become wrong. So 20 minus x years. 4 years ago. 4 years ago. So 4 years ago, that means we are talking about past. So 4 years ago, definitely these two friends, their age will reduce, right? So 4 years ago, the product of their ages in years was 48. So 4 years ago, the product of their ages, so we can write according to question. Just see, we can write this way, according to question, according to question. Product of their ages 4 years ago, that means what was the present age of first friend? X. So can I say x minus 4? What is the present age of second friend? 20 minus x. So can I say 20 minus x minus 4? Because this is the present age. From the present age you have to subtract 4. Okay. And that is equal to 48. It is said the product of their ages, product of their ages 4 years ago is 48. Now we will solve this one. So can I say this is x minus 4, and this can be written as 16 minus x equals to 48, correct? Now I am solving it here only. So this one, if I break, I will be getting 16x. Now this x will be multiplied here, minus x square. Now this 4 will multiply here, minus 64, minus, and this will multiply plus 4x equals to 48. Any problem? Now we will arrange it. Can I say this is minus x square? Now this is 16x, this is 4x, both are plus, so it will become 20x. This is minus 64, and this 48 will come here, it will become minus 48 equals to 0. Any doubt? Now this can be written as minus x square plus 20x, and this will become minus 112, correct? Now we know that this first number we shall always take positive. Then our calculation become easy. So what I will do, I will multiply by minus each and every term. So I will be getting x square minus 20x plus 112 equals to 0. Any problem? Now you find d here. Find d in this case. After this you have to find d. So you can write now d is equal to b square minus 4ac, and after that you substitute the value of b, a and c, and then after substituting you will be getting minus 48. Minus 48. After solving you will be getting d is equal to minus 48. So you will write since d less than 0, d less than 0, d less than 0, you will not write in word, you will write d less than 0. Okay, d less than 0, therefore it is not possible. So therefore it is not possible. So no need to solve further, that's all. It is not possible. So not possible, how can we solve? Is it clear? Okay, now let's move to question number 5. Question number 5. Again they are asking, is it possible to design a rectangular park of perimeter 80 meter? Perimeter has been given 80 meter and area 400 meter square. Area is given 400 meter square. If so, find its length and breadth. If it is possible, you have to find. Okay. So right. Here nothing has been given that length is how much big or small, breadth is how much small or big, nothing has been given. So here we have to take two variables. Okay. Okay. So we'll say that let the number 5, let the length be x meter and the breadth be y meter. Any problem? Okay, so I am moving. Now in the question it was said that perimeter is how much? 80. Okay, perimeter is 80. I am saving my page. So you can write perimeter, right? Perimeter of a rectangle. Perimeter of a rectangle, right? Perimeter of a rectangle equals to 80 meter. Done? Now perimeter of a rectangle is 2 into L plus B equals to 80, correct? Now you can see that this 2 is multiplied. So if I transfer this to that side, it will be in divided form. So can I say that L plus B equals to 40? Now next step, what is L? So can I say that x plus y equals to 40? Okay, so we got this one. Now another one, it is given that area is 400. So can we say that again area of a rectangle, right? Area of a rectangle equals to 400 meter square. Area of a rectangle is equal to 400 meter square. Okay. Now area of a rectangle is what? L into B. So we can write L into B equals to 400. Now L means how much? X, and breadth means Y equals to 400. So you are having X into Y. This way you can't solve. So what I will do, this one I will convert this way, that Y is equal to 40 minus X, or you can say that X is equal to 40 minus Y. Okay. I am taking y is equal to 40 minus x. You can take x is equal to 40 minus y also. Both are same. Any problem? So let us suppose that this is equation 1. Okay. Now you know that y is 40 minus x. So here y we will substitute. So we can write x 40 minus x equals to 400. And here in bracket you will write from equation 1. From equation 1. Then we will solve this one. I'm saving little page, okay. So we will write 40x, we'll remove this bracket, 40x minus x square equals to 400. Now I told you that this square should be always in positive. So I'll transfer this two number that side, but I will write in standard form. So I'll write x square minus 40x plus 40, 400 equals to 0. Any doubt? I have transferred these two numbers on the other side, but we will write in standard form this way. So x square, this is minus 40 and that is already plus. Now you can find d here. Now find d. Now d equals to b square minus 4ac. So after substituting the value of b, a and c, you will be getting d equals to 0. D is equal to 0. And we know that d equals to 0, d equals to 0 means it will have real roots. So we will say that since d equals to 0, d equals to 0, therefore it will have two equal real roots. Two equal real roots. Done? You have written, right? But actually in the question it is written, is it possible to design? So no need to cut. What you have written, therefore it will have two equal real roots. In bracket you can write it is possible. No problem. No need to cut. In bracket you can write it is possible. That's all. And then you can find the value of x. Find the value of x. So x is equal to minus b plus minus root over d by 2a, and then apply. You will be getting 20. You will be getting 20. Just solve it. You got 20, right? Okay, so you got x is equal to 20. Now put this one in equation 1. So putting x is equal to 20 in equation 1. Putting x is equal to 20 in equation 1, comma, we get. So after putting, you'll be getting 20 again. Y is equal to 20. Are you getting 20? So at the end we can write, therefore length equals to 20 meter and breadth equals to 20 meter. Length equals to 20 meter and breadth equals to 20 meter. Or if you want, you can write length equals to breadth equals to 20 meter. Your choice, how you want to represent. Okay, so that's all. That's all for today's class. You can solve example questions. Okay, example questions you can try by your own. Try to solve it. If you can solve, that is very good. If you can't, then you can ask me during the class. Fine.